All right. So doing a little bit of YouTube here. Spent the last 45 minutes or so live on Facebook with a group, doing some turning for them. So I figured I might as well take the step and move over to YouTube and do something so people that do subscribe and follow me can do so here. As my son would say, if you like what you see, like this video and give the subscribe button a little push. And I think he says something about a bell on there somewhere, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. He knows more about this YouTube stuff than I do. I just like to make stuff. So, anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and make some stuff here today. What do you think? There we go. Do a little turning here. This is one of my own cast blanks. This one just sold out, my last piece. Take a look, blackwolfwoodworks.com. A little self-promoting there, since that's what these YouTube channels are supposed to be about, or all about, I think. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to making, shall we? So that's that. You can kind of see here what we're working with. Fun mirrored shape, a little bit of vibration there, but not too bad overall. So we'll go ahead and sand this down, and we'll go ahead and try out the Stones polishing paste that I recently received and see how we do with that. So it says that he sands it down to 320. I'm going to start with some 180 here real quick. Yeah, 220. Let's do it 220. All right, grab some 400 here. 400, 320. Yeah, whatever. Here we go. Sand it down to 400 real quick. And we're going to go ahead and try out this polishing paste here. This is Stones polishing paste, white diamond paste. Starts out at a 1K, goes all the way up to 80K. I believe he even sells some 140K grit on his site. See if I can get you a link. I believe it's stonespenblanks.com, I believe, if I remember correctly. But let's go ahead and give this a go here. No wet sanding involved. Just use the grit right as is, sanded down from 400. He says 320 on his video that I watched, but I just went to 400 with mine. This is the 1K grit. And I'm only spinning at about 1300. I think I'm supposed to speed this up, so we're going to go ahead and speed it up to about 1800 or so. Just under 1800 there. And I can feel there's friction in there because my finger's starting to get warm in this rag. And we're cutting material off of this. And I wanted to try this out because these fancy shapes are a lot harder to wet sand with the micromesh pads. And it tears the micromesh pads to pieces pretty bad. And I wasn't having good luck with them, and I'm too expensive to keep doing. And I saw these and I wanted to give them a shot. So here we are, Stone's White Diamond Paste, 1K. Let's see what that looks like here. Fold that over and brush off the excess. Not bad. Some very fine lines in that. And I believe that's from the paste. But that's sanded to 400 dry and then the 1K paste. All right, let's go to the 2K paste, see what that looks like. Different towel, 2K paste. Here we go. Turn this up. Keeps cutting like this. May have a winner as far as finishing these pens. There's definitely friction there. I can feel it in my finger. It's hot. Might be pushing too hard. I don't think I need to push very hard on this stuff. Just let the abrasive do what it's gonna do. So I can get into all these little nooks and crannies and Alright, turn that down and wipe off the excess here. Let's see where 2K has gotten us. Alright. Just a few still fine lines in there. That's not bad for just a little bit of sanding, or a little bit of polishing, I guess. I don't know what this is. It's still considered cutting at 2K. So from 2K, we're going to jump up to the 15K. And just to kind of give you guys a little background, Micromesh stops at 12,000 grit, and it goes through a bunch of steps between the 1500 and the 12,000 grit. So we've gone from 1,000 to 2,000 to 15,000 grit here in this paste. This one's a lot thicker than the other ones. Let's see what it looks like here. Let me get this on here. Now, we should still be cutting a little bit of material at this grit, but not much. We're kind of stepping into the polishing stage here. Definitely warm on my finger. So we know that there's an abrasive in there because we're getting friction heat. Actually, I got too hot. I had to take my finger off for a second. Holy cow. There's definitely a friction heat in there. Pretty impressive. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Stone's White Diamond Paste is what I'm using here. And this is the 15K grit, 15,000 grit. We're running just under 1800 RPMs here with this. Flip this around and brush this stuff off. Wow. Pretty impressive. So we went from 1K to 2K to 15K. And the next jump up is 50,000. We're going to 50,000 grit. Stone's White Diamond Paste. So you can see what we're looking at here. This is Stone's White Diamond Paste that we're using. This one's pretty thick too. Get my towel here. It's definitely new for me. Let's get the speed back up there, about 1800 RPMs. I think I said 18,000 at one point. It's 1800, definitely not 18,000. This thing would be flying through the air at 18,000. I'm definitely in the polishing stages here with this high of a grit. Shouldn't be cutting any material off of here at this point. Flip this around and brush this off. Still some really fine scratches in there. Maybe I didn't spend enough time on the 1K and the 2K. But that's pretty damn good from 400 dry sanded. I think I'll need to adjust my time a little bit on those lower grits. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the 80K and see what it looks like with the final here. The final step. And we'll throw some polish on it. Even though this is technically polish that I'm doing now. I'm going to crank up my speed here a bit. Polish should be done higher, in my opinion. This is the 80K, 80,000. All right. Still some really fine scratch lines in there. I think I just need to spend a little bit more time on the 1K and the 2K to get those fine scratch lines out of there. But from a distance, I mean, you got to get up close to see that stuff. I mean, you guys are zoomed way in there trying to make those out. From a normal person's stand, that's pretty darn good. I'm gonna throw a little bit of my polish on here. Clear this out. If I can find my polish, there it is. You get up really close, you can see a few fine scratch lines. That's a pretty good looking blank. Not bad. We'll spend a little bit extra time on those lower grits of that polishing paste, and I think we're going to have a winner. So we're going to go ahead and call this one done and end this video. So if you guys got a little bit of information out of this, don't forget to like and follow, and we'll see y'all around. Later.